The market pulls back into our support region on Friday as expected. Now can the bulls rally? This is Invest with Jacob. Okay, guys, so when I left you last week, we were looking for a rally up to complete wave 3, then a pullback in wave 4, and that is exactly what we saw. On Thursday, the market rallied hard to complete wave 3, then we pulled back in wave 4 into our support area. Now, can the bulls give us wave 5 up? I'll get into that in just one second, but first, if you're new here, welcome to the show, guys. My name is Jacob Gabbard, and this is Invest with Jacob, where we use Elliott Wave Theory to break down the SP 500 and the NASDAQ. I highly encourage you to hit that subscribe button down below so that you can get our daily S&P updates, our trade setups, and our buy alerts. All right, guys, so the market followed through with wave 3 up and wave 4 down. Now we're in support looking for a bounce in wave 5 to complete a bigger wave 1. So let's jump into the chart and take a look. Okay, guys, so here we are on the 1-hour futures chart for the S&P 500. This is the futures chart. I was on the SPX last week because of the contract roll in the futures, but I've moved back over to the futures chart this week. So we are looking at the futures chart here, and we were expecting this move up, this A, B, C to complete wave 3. Okay, and then we were looking for wave 4 down, which we got, and now they're rallying here in the overnights, and hopefully they can follow through and give us this wave 5 up toward the 40.30 to 40.50 area to complete wave 5, which completes the leading diagonal off the lows and is wave 1 of C. From there, okay, we would look for a pretty sharp sell-off in the opposite direction down toward the 3,900 region, because when diagonals complete in either direction, we usually see a very strong move the other way back toward the originating point of the diagonal. So we should look for strong selling from the 40.30 to 40.50 area if we complete that diagonal back toward that 3,900 area. Then we would look for wave 3 of C to the upside to start at that point. So that's what we would be looking for in our primary count. This leading diagonal to complete to the upside, and then a sharp sell-off, and then a strong move higher that starts that move towards 4,300 we've been talking about. Now, that's the primary count. We do obviously always have a secondary count because we need to know what happens if our counts don't play out or we have it incorrect. And that would be where this move down, where I have A, would actually be wave 1 of C to the downside and a much bigger wave C. This move back up to 40.80 would be wave 2 of C. Okay, and then this would be wave 1 of 3 to the downside. This bounce up would be a bigger ABC for 2 of 3, okay? And then we look for a very sharp sell-off to the downside from here. Now, given the overall posture that we're in on the charts, at this point, a break of this low here at 38.39 on the ES charts, a break of 38.39 would be pretty bearish and lead me to believe that we are likely in that stronger move down toward the 29 to 2,500 region on the S&P 500. I don't think that's going to play out. I think it's less likely at this point, given the divergence we have here, given the MACD curling up on the daily, some bottoming signals that we have, a lot of different things pointing higher, the NQ especially. And I don't think that's going to play out, but it is our secondary count because it is possible and the setup is there, and we're kind of between this tipping point that I talked about, or this inflection point that I talked about last week, where if the bulls can't make this rally and get up out of here, then the bears can take over, break this low, and we could be off to the races to the downside. Okay, so those are the two paths that we're tracking. Again, a push up toward the 40.30 to 50 area is very bullish. Then we look for a pretty sharp sell-off and then up again. A break of the low here at 38.39 is very bearish and starts to have us look toward the 2,900 to 2,500 region on the S&P 500. Over on the NASDAQ, okay, a little bit different on the NASDAQ than you would expect. Most of the time these markets are trading in step. However, this time the NASDAQ has held up very well in the pullbacks that we've seen off the highs and continued to push higher and has a pretty bullish structure going at the moment. So off of this low, we made a good wave 1 up. Then we pulled back in 2. That gives us our measurements so we can understand where our next targets are. The 1, 2, 3, 6 is the next move higher. Hit that perfectly on Thursday. Pulled back to the 764 perfectly on Friday. And now we would expect to move up toward the 13,050 region to complete wave 3. Okay, then we'd look for another move back to 12,702 and on up to the 12,258 to 13,258 to 13,600 region to complete this move up and complete this bigger B wave that we've been looking for and talking about for a while on the NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ is very bullish in its posture, which is why the leading diagonal is our primary count on the ES, or the S&P futures. So that is what we're looking at here as our primary count. It is possible that the NASDAQ is making a bigger wave 2 here. So we had wave 2 as a possibility here, where you got wave 1, and then you got an A, B, expanded B wave, and then a C that runs up here that makes a bigger wave 2. And then we'd look for a move in 1 of 3 down, and then back up in 2 of 3, and then on down in 3 of 3 in a bigger downside C wave that could take us as low as the 5 to 7,000 area on the NASDAQ. So breaking the low on either chart is extremely bearish at this time. They are very good lows in the support region you would look for this move up that we would be expecting. And if we break those lows, okay, then it becomes very bearish to the downside. Guys, if you love the information I put out in these videos and you want real-time market updates from me, you need to check out investwithjacob.com. There's a link down in the description. Go ahead and click that link, and it'll take you right over to the website. Once you're there, check out our membership plans area. We have 2 incredible plans, and they both come with a 7-day free trial because I want you to get in there. I want you to make sure you love it and become part of our trading team before you ever spend a penny. You can cancel at any time. We just started our training programs. We have our Elliott Wave for Beginners course where I teach Elliott Wave the way I use it. And that is included with both memberships. In our first room, the Invest with Jacob room, you get all of my real-time market updates, all of my buy and sell alerts, all of your Elliott Wave questions answered, a midday video where I go over exactly where we are in the counts and what to expect, as well as the trading you just saw. We trade the SPY and the QQQ, and we swing trade, which means our trades can last anywhere from a few days to a few months, so you don't trade quite as often as a day trading room does. However, if you are looking for day trading as well as individual stocks, you need to check out PT's Throne Room. In there, you get everything you get in the Invest with Jacob room, as well as individual stocks, day trading, and PT's reduced risk binary method that just crushes the market. He gets you in at a cheap price and gets you big multiples on your money, and it's how he structures the trade that's so unique. Something you kind of have to see to understand, and that's another reason we give you that 7-day free trial. He also started a challenge account where he put $4,000 into an account, trading mini ES futures, averaging 3 to 4% gains per week, showing you how to build a small account into a large retirement or savings account. Guys, we would love to have you in these rooms so we can all make money together. Okay, key takeaways for today. We're looking for the bulls to push this higher to the 40.30 to 40.50 area to complete wave 1 up. However, if they break this low down here, okay, at 38.39 or 38.37, if they break this low, it is very bearish, and we would start looking down toward the 2,900 to 2,500 region. Over on the NASDAQ, same type of setup, only it's a little bit more bullish in structure. We would look for a move up toward the 13,050 region, then a pullback towards 12,700, and a move higher from there, up into the 13,000s to complete that move up we've been looking for. However, if they do break this low back here at around 11,828, it is very bearish, and we would be looking much lower on the NASDAQ as well, toward the 5,000 to 7,000 region. Guys, that is the market update for today. I will talk to you tomorrow.